Yo, what's going on, Heat fans? It's your host, MA of the Heat Blogspot, and yeah, I'm back, another episode. And for some reason, I waited till the Heat are down 0-3 in the first round against the Bucks. I'm crazy, I guess. I don't know. Let's talk about the Heat. We'll see what's going on. Thanks for joining me, guys. Again, MA, Heat Blogspot, bringing at you. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I do appreciate that. It's been a while. So guys, I know it's been a while. I haven't been making any episodes. And truthfully, it's due to one thing. Life, work, together. Work, life. And my job that I had was very demanding, schedules all over the place. So I barely had time. I was watching the games. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I was watching most of the games. I think I only missed one game. And you know, I tweet out what I'm watching and everything, and just give out my thoughts, and you guys can interact with me, whatever. All good. Hit me up at Heat Blogspot on Twitter. So follow me. Thank you. And now I got a new job, so I will have a set schedule. It's only Monday through Friday, so I will be able to have episodes more often. And it looks like pretty soon we're gonna head into the off-season episodes and stuff like that. But today, I just want to focus on our current Miami Heat and what's going on in this playoff series. We're down 0-3. Now, if you've been watching if you subscribe to me and you've watched every video or listened to every video, then you know that a lot of the problems that we are having right now in this first round matchup against the Bucks is nothing new and things I've been telling us since the beginning. As number one, Bam needs to be more aggressive. But then again, I did come up with an episode saying that Bam is like Draymond Green. And right now, I'm honestly thinking Bam is more of a Draymond Green. Is that a bad thing, though? No, I don't think so. Because Draymond Green helped the Warriors win multiple championships. The first championship they won, it was basically Steph, Clay, and Draymond, and then an Iggy that was old. And Iggy mainly played defense. He was a little more offensive just because he had more springs to him. But basically, the big three was Draymond, Clay, and Steph. So whatever. That's one thing about Bam. You know that we need another playmaker. I was all in for the James Harden trade. We were not going to get James Harden at all, just strictly because of draft picks. And I think because of that, it's still going to be hard to even trade or acquire somebody like that unless we give up Tyler Hero. But I don't really want to get that deep and stuff like that just because it's not the off season yet, and we'll get there when we get there. But we need another player just like James Harden that can get his own shot. He's just an offensive magnet. He's 3-level scorer. Just does it all on the offensive end just to allow Bam and Jimmy not to put so much on them. Especially Jimmy. You see it now. You're seeing how much Jimmy actually does for us, and then if he's not going, the rest of the team is just a team. Another issue is rebounding. Big guys. I mean, well, to go back to the James Harden thing, the Heat did try to address this, which is why we traded Kelly Olynyk and Avery Bradley for Victor. And if Victor would still be healthy right now, different story, guys. We will be talking about a different series right now. Victor Oladipo will definitely make a huge difference if he was coming off the bench or not. Just his defensive alone would be making this a whole new different series. It's not funny. So remember that we are hurt right now, okay? And we are hurt because if we didn't trade them, Kelly O would be a big thing for us right now. As you see, Bielitsa is playing a little bit more. He played game 3 for sure, and you can see how having a stretch big next to Bam is just needed at this stage with Bam. If Bam ever becomes a scorer, which personally I do not have high hopes up on anymore. I mean, he can still average 18, 19, whatever the case may be, but I don't think it's going to be because he himself made moves to get 18, 19 points, not assisted to get 18, 19 points. There's a difference. But having that big guy, so Bam could be able be able to operate and give everybody else just space, and have that big guy also be able to handle the ball a little bit and make a little bit of plays for everybody else, is a big difference. Huge difference. So, we're just hurt both ways. And then finally, rebounding. What was the big thing that killed us in the finals other than Bam and Jimmy? Bam and Dragic being injured. It was rebounding, them being huge against us. They were big and we couldn't get anything, and it just depletes us. With this Bucks series, every time the Bucks get an offensive rebound, I can see Jimmy and Bam, anybody else on the court, the whole bench, Spo, they're just depleted of their energy every time. And this possessions that the Bucks get like 4 straight offensive rebounds. They shoot another 3, miss, get the rebound. Shoot another 3, miss, get another rebound. Shoot 3, miss. I'm like, oh my God. And the energy each time, lower and lower and lower. Like they're just praying for it to be over at this point. And it sucks. It sucks. And then another thing is, we went to the finals in October. We had a shortened off season, and we had to start playing again by Christmas. And we had 72 games. Jimmy got hit with COVID very hard. Everybody got hit with COVID almost in this team. It was up and down roller coaster. Honestly, it's even a miracle that we got to 6th place. That's, if anything, that just shows how hard this team works. They worked hard enough, even with all the crap that happened. They worked hard enough to get 6th place, which is probably higher than we should have gotten, honestly, when you think about it. But it is what it is. And, a lot of these players could have used it. I think Bam could have used it to add some more stuff to his arsenal. Tyler Hero definitely needed it. And I think as the organization as a whole needed it. Coaches, everybody needed this. They just needed a break. And we didn't get it. And I know the Heat won't use that as an excuse. But look, if us Heat fans are going to use Bam and Dragic being hurt as an excuse of why we didn't win the finals, then we can definitely use that, this whole season was, beat up from the beginning, and just glued together as much as possible, and try to find patches here and there, and the names of Trevor Ariza and Dwayne Dedman. You're just trying to patch things up and hope it works. And honestly, it's amazing that we got to 6th place and we're playing the first round of the playoffs with avoiding the play-in. I think that's an accomplishment in itself with everything. But I think it's just a culmination, guys, of everything. And when you think about it, we were one of the last 2 teams last year, where then the other 28 teams in the league were watching us and learning us. And then we can't add anything new to that. And we have to play all these teams now for a full season where we don't get to add anything new. Everyone knew what we were going to do as a book. You saw that. At first, Duncan Robinson couldn't do anything because everyone knew what play we were running. There's just so many things like that. And I'm not mad at this Heat team. I'm just, it just sucks. After going to the finals in the Jimmy Butler era, where you want him to get as many chances as they can, it just sucks that, this is how it might end. Now, I'm not throwing in the white towel at all. I still believe that the Heat can win this series. You just have to put it together. It's possible, 100% possible. I don't think this Bucks team is that great. They can make it to the finals, I think. I think they proved to me now that they have enough intangibles in the East to make it to the finals. Because, let's face it, there's not that many good teams in the East. But, we'll see. Good. Congrats to them. Good for them. They bet on their horses, and it seems to be working so far. Good for them. But we'll see. It's only 0-3. No team in history has ever come back from an 0-3, hole. But hey, if any team can make it, it's a Jimmy Butler led Miami Heat team that can do it. Now, do we want that to happen? Would it be a good thing for the Heat if that was to happen? I don't think so, guys. Honestly, a part of me is I think this needs to happen. This had to happen, I think. If you want to make sure that Jimmy Butler is going to win a ring in Miami before it's too late, I think this had to happen. This opens everyone's eyes. It opens up Pat Riley, Spo, Jimmy, Bam, anybody else on this Heat roster that might come back. Eyes are open. And now we all see the holes. Now we know what we need to do to really ensure that we can make another run at this. It's good. It's a good thing, guys, honestly. A lot of us didn't know if we wanted to trade Tyler Hero or trade this guy for that guy, and whatever the case may be. And I do think that he did a great job not trading for Kyle Lowry, because Kyle Lowry would have not made a difference, guys. I don't think he would have been the key difference in this series that would have made us like 2-1 or something right now up. No, I don't think so. It just would have, if anything, it just would have brought us a grittier edge, I guess. But we will still be relying on old legs against a rejuvenated team that's on a mission. Or I don't think we are on a mission. Like, we are not playing like we're on a mission. We're playing like we work hard. We know what we're gonna do, and if we just do it, we're gonna have a chance. Let's hope we have a chance. That's how they're playing. They work hard. They make sure they practice. They get their stuff in. They know what's gonna happen, and we know their role. Let's execute as much as possible, as well as we can, and then hopefully that leads us to a W. That's how they're playing. And that could win us one game. It could win us 4 games straight. I don't know. But to me, that doesn't win championships. Last year, that team felt like they were motivated to get to the finals. They really wanted to get there as a team and everything. And, it is what it is. It's a little bit of a different team, guys. We're now, Trevor Ariza is not Jay Crowder. Kelly Olynyk is obviously missed. A lot of us were hating on him. I really never hated on him. I just wish he did some things better. But I knew that his, unique skill set was what made Miami unique too, and able to surprise teams at times and throw different things at times, because he can do a little bit of everything. Dragic was a year younger. You saw how he was playing. There's so many things, guys. Bam isn't being as scouted. Now he's super scouted, and now the Bucks are daring him to shoot. Basically go shoot 20 shots and see what happens, buddy. It is what it is. We have to make the trade on Victor, because, guys, you guys could see the potential with a player like that or better. This team is totally different. This team is a lot more dangerous, more potent. We got to get that. We got to get our big rotation solidified. We definitely need a great shooting, playmaking big next to Bam. A guy that can shoot the ball very well and could probably put on the floor a little bit. We need that. He needs that. If we want Bam to be on the floor consistently and not be a crutch or anything like that, we need that. We're just seeing things like that. But hey, guys, it is what it is. And it is what it is. Do I expect a lot of these guys back? We'll see. We'll talk about it more. I don't know. But it just sucks that after coming off a finals run, this is where we're at right now. We're facing a 1-game elimination, basically, at this point. One more game, and it's lights out for us this season. And I think, though, the Heat will do great. It will go further, and it will be better for the Heat in the long run if we lose now and recalibrate, review, talk to each other, communicate, and figure this thing out to ensure that Jimmy Butler has the greatest opportunity to win a championship with the Miami Heat while he's here. That's what we got to do. And we need, the first step to that, though, is everyone gets away from basketball. You guys have been playing basketball since the bubble started in, I don't even want to remember, July, and now it's October. So, and now it's June almost. Jesus. It's been almost a year. They just need to stop. They need to stop thinking about the ball bouncing. I think another thing is, like, when they were missing all those easy buckets, it's just that they're in their head so much. They're just in there, and they just need a break. They just need to get away and remind themselves the good things that they like, and get away from the game for a little bit. So then they have to miss the game. So they want to come back to the game. But now when they come back to the game, get better at the game, and then share it with their teammates, share it with their coaches, and get that bond back, and get that fire back, and get that new highly motivated team back. Because I think this is going to motivate them too. They're gonna see the good and the bad and the ugly. We saw the good, the bad, and the ugly right now throughout the last 2 years with this Heat team. So now we put it all together, and now and we got it early. If we didn't make that trade for Victor, we'll still be debating: is it team ball that's better? Do we need the playmaker? Do we need a better defender in the guard spot? It's been answered. Yes, we do. Do we need a Kelly Olynyk? Do we need a big guy next to Bam? Is Bam gonna ever be a good player offensively? Can he be the number 2? Me personally, I'm not banking on Bam being a great number 2 as in the offensive aspect of it, but he's a great addition to a big 3 that can be a big part of a championship team. And yes, we need a big guy that can shoot next to him consistently. And Trevor Ariza has been great, but he's not big. Like, he's 6'8", but 215. Jay Crowder was 6'7", 6'8", but like 230 with a wide ass body. So he's able to box out people. When Trevor Ariza tries to box out people, it's not always successful. Like, watch Trevor Ariza try to box out this Bucks team. It's painful. I feel for him. I'm sure he has bruises all over his body. I'm feeling for him. It is what it is, guys. You know, a lot of questions are answered, guys, and then we just need to do it. We just need to now figure it out. There's going to be a lot of big decisions, and you know, luckily the Heat have cap space and have everything, so it's okay. It's okay, guys. We need a break. I think the Heat fans need a break. You know, and we don't have to make so much serious content anymore. We can have some fun with this stuff. Now we can go back to being fun again and enjoying the game. And yes, we can watch basketball, and it won't be Heat basketball, unfortunately. You know, if anything, we could be, but we might not be, most likely. Whenever, at least now we have the burden taken off of us. We know that our team isn't there, and we can watch the rest of the playoffs as basketball fans and enjoy the beauty of the game. You know, so it is what it is. But I apologize for not making videos. I know I didn't even make an recap of the season. I mean, honestly, the season was up and down, ugly. I said it before. It's probably the worst NBA season of all time. I hate this season. So honestly, I want it to end. You know, this playoffs, yes, different story if you would have gotten the 4 or the 5 spot, and different story if you would have beaten Atlanta that one game, and when we could have had the series lead, basically. But whatever, you know, that's how they played it. That's how it fell. Can't go back and change it. The Heat, and then they controlled their destiny, and they just didn't capitalize enough when they needed it to. So that's what you get. It's the cards you are played. Now, if you guys have any questions or anything, you guys have any comments, let me know. I really want to hear it. I appreciate it. Once we know what's going to happen with the series, whether we keep winning or if it ends on Saturday, I'll do an end of the season recap, episode. I'll do probably a grading episode, or maybe that's one and the same. Grading all the players and their season. Then there'll be future outlooks and stuff. We'll have the draft coming up, even though we don't have a pick. But you never know. The Heat there's always a trade available. You can trade into the draft. And then other things. We just talk about other things, Heat related. We can have our wish list of free agents and discuss which one is better. Or wish list of trades and discuss which one is better. If you guys have any ideas or suggestions on what type of videos and content you want me to create, let me know. Hit me up on the comments. Hit me up on Twitter at HeatBlogspot. It's all good. It's all good, guys. We're okay. As Heat fans, we're going to be okay. We know in the end of the day, no matter what happens, Pat Riley is always going to put out the best product on that court. So we never have to doubt that. Never have to doubt it. Until next time, Heat fans, I hope to see you rooting for the Heat tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. I will be, no matter what. Follow me on Twitter, @HeatBlogspot. Make sure, just get it all. We're going to go out screaming, if anything. We're going to keep chanting Heat. And no matter what, we never take off this hat. Because we're die-hard Heat fans. Thank you guys for watching. MA, HeatBlogspot. See you guys next time. Deuces. Be good to each other.